or the energy that April is bringing us. I mean, whichever is less complicated for the public. But basically, Zorina, I'm gonna talk about the energy associated with the cards this month, and therefore, what is the energy that will be ruling the days of April?
Ruling energy of April with the cards of truth. The ruling energy of April with the cards of truth.
Yeah.
Is this good?
Good with that.
Hi guys, this is Zorina from Heal and Learn. I'm here with Alfredo Diaz, Cards of Truth Holistic Coach. We are starting a weekly tradition to talk about the energy seen through the eyes of the Cards of Truth. And last month we talked about April and we gave a rough overview, not last month, last week. We gave a rough overview of the energies of the whole year in big blocks, in big periods. And Alfredo, you also shared a few important dates about April. I remember very well the 1st of April was something, 7 of Spades, so a dangerous day. But today you can give us more insight about specific dates of April and what to look out for in April. So welcome back.
Yeah. Thank you, Zorina. Thank you for having me again in your channel. Yes, April has 3 main energies involved. They had what is everything related to our potential. It's going to be the very first 7 days of April. It's because the very first 7 days of April are related to spades, and a spade has to do everything with us, with our potential, in the sense that all energy that we are capable to invest to, I'm not gonna say to survive, but to live accordingly our passion, our even with our purpose in life, because space has to do with fire, and fire is like the internal energy that we had that motivate us to survive. And
I always
life
associated. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I always associated spades with Capricorn energy somehow. I would never associate it with fire. Or is it because it's initiating?
The spades?
Yeah.
With Capricorn, Capricorn is, well, good question. There are 3 signs that are associated with fire, which is Aries, that is represented by the fire inside Earth. Jupiter, because Sagittarius is like the strike coming from heaven to the earth. It's the connection between heaven and earth. Remember last year we talked about that, especially because it's
meteorites.
Jupiter is the inspiring for woman's partner, loving partner. And also the fire is coming from sun, which is the life. That's why it's very important for people, because it's practically the initiation of life for anyone. You don't have the fire, you don't have life. And sometimes happen that you are present, but when you're fire internally, it's like the volcano, you don't have that fire inside. Sometimes you feel depressed. So that's why these very first 7 days of April, I related to this energy, where we should be evaluating everything that we need to do to overcome obstacles, to be more authentic, to take care about our inner, I will say inner child, inner person, our own beliefs, our own hero, because we should pay a lot of attention about the energy that is coming from inside of us. This is the driven for everything.
So is
So
there
the
a
very 7
direct,
days of April
is
are
there a
related.
direct I hope I'm not being too interruptive. I was just wondering, is there a connection between the star signs in astrology and the color of the cards, or is it just the energies, like fiery energy, earth energy?
No, they are connected.
Mhm.
They are connected. As I said, for instance, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius is fire. And they are connected to the spades, which are fire. And remember, we also talk about seasons. And believe it or not, it's winter time. It's when you are by yourself, alone, when the trees doesn't have any leaves. It's practically when you are isolated and you have to deal with your own demons. That's why
But
you
how
are
is
on
it related
fire.
to fire then? And that's where I'm not really getting it. Why is it connected to fire if spades is related to winter time?
Because it has to do with your survival. The trees that are capable to support even the animals as well when they do the
Hibernate.
hibernate.
Yeah.
It has to do with the fire that you had inside, that you sacrifice everything only to survive and keep your life alive. And light and fire is the one that is the initiation of everything. It's what ignites everything. If we don't have the sun, if we don't have fire, practically we don't have life. Of course, we need all the elements, but the initial one is the fire. And yes, I agree with you. Why fire is related to wintertime? Because wintertime, even that you are in a very cold season or environment, practically you are on fire in the sense that you are testing your strengths and you are also discovering your weaknesses, and you are trying to put your strength above the weaknesses.
Interesting view. I've never
Yeah.
heard that. Yeah.
So
Good
that's
one.
why in these very first 7 days of April, I love your question because they are very challenging. So I have some written here that I love it. I would like to share it. For instance,
Sure.
a strong spade person, because in these very first 7 days of April, every person that was born this day from April 1st to April 7th, they have spades as a birth card.
Ah, okay.
Everyone. So the individual, if they are strong, remember that we need to analyze all the cards, but if they are strong in the good, I will say in the good profile, they doesn't allow the hardship or unfairness of life to be used as one excuse for failure. It's people that are very steady. It's people that even with everything at front against them, they say, I'm gonna overcome that. No matter what is gonna be taken, no matter what I'm gonna to sacrifice, I'm gonna accomplish what I want. So if we are in the very first week of April, it's time to think about what we are able, or what do we want, and we are willing to overcome no matter what. This is the energy of the first 7 days, because it's the fire energy, it's the survival energy. If we take that in the wrong manner, I will say that you are not very strong spade, or the spade is, let's say, upside down, if we talk about cards. The person can be in depression, or, you know, in self-absorption, denial, even cruelty, laughing, all seeing, will feel loneliness. That's why it depends the configuration and how you are handling the energies. In this period, there are people that are very depressed because they are not able to overcome, because they are weak. And all that depends on all the mixture that we analyze in the card of truth, the planets, how they are aspected, and so on.
So
So the very first 7 days.
Can you give specific advice for people how to overcome their weaknesses when you look at their birth spread?
Yeah, you can see the potential, which are something positive, and you can see the weaknesses. It's it has to do with the when you compare the number of the card, the position. I will say that operationally talking, when I say operational, is the 7 days of the week. For instance, Sunday is a odd number, I will say, because it's the first one. But Monday is an even. Just trying to give you a simple example. When Monday is even number, because it's the second one, second day of the week, you have an odd number. It's not going to be very easy. If you have an even number in an even position, it's going to be easier to handle all your
So Monday is odd, and Sunday, wait a second, Sunday is odd,
Sunday
and Monday
is the first one is odd. Yeah. Monday is even.
I see. Okay.
And so on. So how do you know immediately when you see the chart?
You're challenging all my perceptions here about
no
about these things.
I'm trying to be, I don't want
it's
to
awesome. It's awesome. Different point of view. I love it.
But when you see, do I have challenge? Just check the position of the card, especially the very 7 cards. I will say the ones that have related to the week. In your birth card, if you see odd numbers in odd position, you are very good to overcome problems, obstacles, aversion. If you see even numbers in even position, you're gonna be very good taking advantage of the everything on your favor. I mean, it's like you have everything on your side, and you are not wasting that energy. You are accomplishing everything because you are using in a very disciplined way that opportunity that the light is giving to you. If there are situations where there are odd numbers in even position, maybe it's gonna be a little bit harder. I don't want to get complicated with this.
Yeah, let's get back to the dates, because
but you can
diversions see here.
You can see, there are some weaknesses. We can anticipate that just checking the car, and you say, yes, we need to check this because it's not going to be comfortable for you dealing with this and this and this. Okay. Okay, following the sequence, I don't know if you have any question in regards to the very first 7 days of April.
So far, what we discovered is that it's a week for determining what you want, or what was it?
For yourself, yes.
Yeah.
It's about your potential. Your potential on regards to what do you want to accomplish in life? What is the willingness that you have to fight for your own purpose, for your own belief, for yourself? It's not others. It's not. It's your agenda in life. That's why it's very important to be clear. To be clear, what is our purpose in life? Because if we are gonna be fighting for others' agenda, for others' purposes, sometimes we're gonna feel lost, sad, because it's like there is no meaning. You are not fighting for something meaningful. That's why we need to start from ourselves. That's why it's related to fire. Everything starts with that very first spark. To
the spark.
Yep. So then from yes.
Is there a specific date within this week that stands out for something? Apart from the ones we mentioned, the first.
I'm talking about April.
Yes, yes.
For instance, I said the last week that we pay attention to the sevens. April 1st is 7 of spades. It's a good day to take care about things that we don't need it in our life, especially in our body, our health, everything that is good time to meditate. I will say that, think alone about what do you need to get rid of, things that are not healthy for your life, mentally, physically, emotionally. People that was born in the April 1st, for instance, or 7 of the spades, they like to do string things. Like, I don't know if you have seen the series that is called Naked and Afraid.
No, I haven't.
People that they go to an island with, sometimes they do in a, two people,
Coupling.
female, they go naked, no clothes at all, and they need to survive for 21 days.
Maybe I've seen some scenes here and there.
Yeah. So those people that do that string thing, there are probably 7 of spades people. They love to do that. Or people that you see that they do string sports, they are spades, almost for sure. Because they like to put the body in the string to prove themselves that they can overcome whatever is in front of them. So maybe, I'm just telling that, I'm not gonna telling you, oh, do a string thing. No, just think about what is not healthy for you. And maybe the most demanding thing you have to do is just get rid of maybe the sweet, maybe you smoke, maybe you have some addictions. Because if you are conscious, if you realize that that thing is not giving you a healthy it's not healthy for your body, you have to get rid of that, because otherwise you are filling your body with junk things. And you don't want to become a junky person. So 7 is that day. sometimes you can do extreme things, but you can also say, I'm not gonna smoke any longer. This is my decision.
Okay.
For the other good day is the 2nd of April. Maybe it's the day when you can think about what is the best version of yourself. What is your ideal, you and yourself? It's not you and any actor or any actress that you think of. No, it's you. The 3rd of April, for instance, April 3rd is very good to identify how do you jump from who you are now to the best version you want to become. This is the April 3rd. April 4, yes, April 4 is the day when you think, oh, I'm comfortable being the way I am. This is the way I want to be. I don't want to jump. I know that I have another better version, but I'm happy being the way I am now. That's fine.
So you basically discard the work in the previous 3 days. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. No, you always, yeah, sometimes you are comfortable the way you are. There are people that are like this. They are very happy the way they are. They don't want to jump to the best version for any reason. But many
So for
times,
anybody,
people, excuse me?
for anybody who would like to change, the 4th of April is a danger day for complacency.
No, I will say that that day maybe also is a good day to rest if you are in high stress. It's also that day that you can relax a little bit, stay calm. Maybe it's time to, yeah, to give to yourself some chance to cool down, to chill down, and at the same time say, well, I feel fine this way, but don't. Yesterday, the day before, I was thinking that I want to become a better person than I am today. So it's good also to plan for a strategy, how to jump from that version, that current version, to the best, better version. For instance, the next day, the 5th, April 5th, is when you discover or you analyze all the energy that you want to put in yourself to try to become a better person. So every day has some meaning because all this information is coming from the numbers that are associated with the cards. And especially the space are the hardest one. But he has to do, they deal with yourself. Or even if you want to start something new from ground zero, the 6th is the best day. So people that was born April 6th, they are always thinking how to change and how to go from, let's say, Alfredo 1.0 to Alfredo 1.5 or to Alfredo 2.0 and so on. They always trying to find how to renovate themselves. So it's a process. You need to get attached to something that allows you to go. And then when you try that, you need to test that. Is this good or it's not good? You finally accomplished a point that you are satisfied, then for sure you're going to start thinking, I want to become a much better person. So it's a new version.
When we go to the second week, is the same process being repeated?
No,
Because,
the second week is something is has to do with values. Everything that is valuable, because diamond is the one that is ruling the next 13 days. It's gonna be from April 8th until April 20th. You're gonna have all the 13 cards related to diamonds. Diamond has to do with everything that is valuable for you in your resources, your money, the people is around you. So that time, these practically 13 days are related how to handle the resources that are on your hands and how I'm capable to improve what I have today. Because normally, you know that if something is the value that something today is more valuable than something in next month, 3 months, 1 year. The
unless it's
present value.
unless it's a fruit that decays.
Excuse me?
Unless it's a fruit that decays.
The fruits?
Yeah, the fruits become less valuable because they
Oh,
decay with
yes.
time.
It's like or when you buy a car.
Yeah.
The depreciation is immediately just when you turn off the switch, when you are losing 30%.
And you said though last time that April the 14th was a day where a possible crash could happen.
Well,
Not a car crash, a stock market crash.
no, no stop. I won't say that it's gonna be market crash. Oh yeah, cut 40. It's time for you have something to, for instance, you know, in this day we used to buy many things. So we used to had many things that maybe are not needed. Maybe you that day can you be more minimalistic, more simple. You say, I don't need this bicycle. I don't need this car. Maybe you had clothes. Maybe you have possessions that are no longer needed for you, but you can give that to other people. I mean, you can clean and you can keep only what is really valuable for you. Even in your own values as a person, even values that are being uh, taught by your teachers, by your parents, you know, in the sometimes they are very valuable all lifelong, but sometimes in the way that you are growing, some values are no longer valid for you because you are independent. So it's time for that day, for instance, I will say that it's day to identify what is no longer valuable for you, and you just say, I'm not gonna keep this material thing because I'm not gonna do anything with this. I'm gonna sell this. Yeah, I will say that, and if it's 7 that day, I don't choose that day to sell or to buy something, especially to buy something. It's not good energy because 7 is always related to everything in life ends. And 7 is the number. It's related to Saturn. And Saturn is discipline, but it's also It's the planet that teach us that we had everything, but we can lose that the other day.
Mhm.
Nothing is for sure.
In the blink of an eye.
This is the 7.
Mhm.
So if you are, let's say that you are a strong diamond, because it's a diamond, that energy. You are using your resources, skill, and ability for gaining prosperity in the benefit of everyone, especially the people close to you. So this is very nice. When we said you can get rid of many things, it's practically you are giving to somebody else that maybe are needing those things that you are no longer needed, for instance. Or maybe you are getting something valuable that helps or impact people that are close to you. If that energy is taken in a bad manner, I will say that the diamond, because the diamond is the concrete things, is the everything that is valuable to allow us to move forward. We need the money, we need the bank account, we need to bring food to the table, we need a roof. Everything is done with the with this energy, with the diamond energy. So, but it's somebody that is quick handling this situation, this energy. They had no planning, for instance, in the use the skills. Skills is very diamond characteristic, and it's very specialized. So everybody has skills, but you don't know how to use it, or you use it in the wrong manner, you are wasting that gift that is given for life. All resources or ability that you have on your hands, they just dilute it. You waste that. So it's time.
It's a practical material energy.
Yeah, it's a practical material energy that we need to have always with us, because we need to eat, we need to have clothes, we need a roof, and we need to know how to intelligently handle such energy. So those days from April 8 to April 20 is good days to think about that and to take action in regards to our values, especially
And valuables.
valuables, all valuables. I don't know if you have any question in regards to these 13 days. We talk about one specific day, which is 14, but there are also good days, like this. The 15 is the 6th, which is when you accomplish, maybe you had your account in the amount that you were thinking sometimes, and you feel very fulfilled.
It's similar to April 6th, because you said that's when you build the best. No, this was still in spades. Okay, apologies.
No, the 6th, I will say April 15. I'm sorry.
No, you said it correctly. I just because I'm making notes. April the 6th, you said, was when you create the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And then April 15th, it's not about the self anymore, though. It's when you accomplish the highest thing that you value.
Yeah, everything valuable. It's a good day. I will say that that day is kind of energy that is good to make businesses.
Okay. I'm
For
marking
instance, something good to start a business or have is April 20th, because it's the Ace of Diamond. They are always looking for what is the best or the new business that I can do to put my value, to get more value of what I have today. I like also the April 18 energy, which is 3 of diamonds, because they are always trying. There is some risks, because when you try, you have some risks. You don't know, I mean, the coin is on the air. But normally, these people that they say, I'm gonna try this business. And I'm gonna, it's like when you open your wings, leaving the nest. And you are trying to prove yourself that what are you doing is, maybe it's a good day to do a try in what are in something, some business that you want to
Test
introduce.
launch or something.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering now, if we are done with this first part of April until the 20th, maybe we should leave the end of April for next week. And now you wanted to also talk about 3 important things. I just managed to write down inspiration. I don't know if that was already included in what you said about the dates.
Oh, well, inspiration has to do with the final quick.
Okay. If you want to
but I
continue
mean, it doesn't
until the
mean
end of
that,
April.
I mean, if you're going to invest, you will feel inspired, because it's something that I'm bringing with you. Inspiration also comes with the very first week, because it's the fire, it's all the energy you had inside of you. You want to do something, you want to prove yourself, and you want to prove that you are good in businesses and increase your valuables. Always try to get more profit in your businesses. So yes, these 3 first week has to do with yourself and your valuables. And of course, what is the goal there? Be a better person and increase all your values or your valuables. So you are doing yourself, and everything around you get more value as well. And you can share that with the people in the benefit for you and for everyone else.
And when it comes to elective days for launching a business or for doing something, I mean, these are just the generic good energies that you're sharing, but is it possible to do an election for somebody's specific launch of a business?
Yes.
According to their own chart? Yeah.
Yes, has to do with their own chart. Remember, we are talking about a very generic energy, something that covers everyone. I mean, if you said to me, oh, I want the energy of April 10, is Jack of Diamond. Everyone is going to be under that umbrella. But you want to be specific, you want to launch a business, we need to check specifically your chart.
And maybe what kind of business or not really? Does it matter what kind of business?
It does. I think we can do a very good approach regardless the kind of business. We can be more accurate in regards to the business, but if you said financially, business and financial, I had done that in other cases. I evaluate the business and the financial because both are correlated, very close. And I said, these are the days that better fit for you to start a business this time, because we can go even not for the day, but also for the right time to start a business.
The hour. I asked you, I know, I asked you last week about the best dates for flying, because I intend to travel in April. And you sent me like a PDF file with all the dates and the hours that are good for me to travel. So
exactly,
amazing.
to start the trip.
Yeah.
Of course, as you said, oh, I couldn't find something very specific in this. Well, try to be the closest one.
As close as you can. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yes, we can do that because everything is very, I love that because it has to do with all the constellation that we have around in our sphere. It's like trying to find the best mood for all the constellation involved, especially the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell us when the moon is feel in the best mood for you to do something, start a business, start a trip. Um, uh, for instance, to ask for somebody for engagement,
Mm-hmm.
to ask for I want to get married, for
Yeah.
instance.
Make a marriage proposal.
A marriage proposal, that's,
Mm-hmm.
you can find what is the best times in some periods of time when it's good. Because one of the things that is very, very important is the very first step. For instance, you're gonna buy a house. It's good to know, even before you had the intention to buy the house, when you place, or when you put your feet on the property, the very first time. Oh, and
Oh,
I,
wow.
I like that house in that land.
Mm-hmm.
When am you thinking to go? Oh, I'm thinking this day. Oh, go this day, this time.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything goes smoothly.
Smoothly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I love that.
Have you tested it? Does it really work?
I tested with a person, with some person. I have a specific person that was doing a PhD,
Mm-hmm.
and they told me, and they asked me, when is the best time for me to present my project? And I say,
Mm-hmm.
go Friday evening after 4 p.m. Don't go before. Try to get that. It's very, Friday 4 p.m. is
Yeah.
not very good.
A weird time to present your PhD project. Yeah.
And she did it. And she was one of the few ones that went well that day, because the other one in the morning and in the afternoon, they couldn't make it very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I tested. I had tested that.
Yeah. Great. Thank you so much, Alfredo.
You're very
Anything else
welcome.
that you needed to share with us today?
Um, I have something. Well, next week we're gonna talk for the last week of
Mm-hmm.
April, but there is some subject I would like to touch in the maybe 2 more weeks of talks.
Mm-hmm.
It's in regard to, I always like to talk about uh, a relationship, loving relationship.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I found some material that was delivered by Ernst a year ago, more than a year
Mm-hmm.
ago, that I think is gonna be very benefit for our audience. It's talk about the perfect loving time, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
How is the process to accomplish, such a, to find um, the right partner?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's simple.
Okay.
It
Very
has
cool. I
it
mean,
doesn't have to do with this general thing, but it's simple but very effective.
I can testify that your love readings are amazing. And I've also had some feedback from clients of yours that have gone through Heal and Learn, and they were like, wow, that was too deep for me.
I love that matter. This is a very fascinating subject, and
Mm.
there are three things that even we don't need to touch any card, anything. You just talk what are out, and you wanna say, oh, that's simple. That's simple, and it works. So I want to share that because I have given that, I will say, formula to people in my consultation, and it works very well. So I want to, I
Awesome.
mean, something that
Mhm.
I prepare before I prepare for the April, I will say, forecast, and I have it here ready for when we had the time to talk about that.
Yeah. So next week we'll continue with the rest of April, and then if we have enough time, we'll also include what you want to talk about, the new love approach.
Yeah, nice.
Thank
you, Zorina.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Have a great week.
You too.
Bye.